Nkosi Somandla Daliwe Zulu Tinasi Kalela kuwe Daliwo Mhlawa Sophelela phina xa kunjena Sophelela phina Somandla.
Since the release of his first album, Somandla, fans have been insisting for more. And now they have it with the release of his new album, Cwaka. Internationally renowned musician Mandisi Dyantyis has certainly met his fans' expectations with the new album, which features songs like Isigidimi, Ndiyakholwa, Isithandwa and Xola, Ntliziyo. We now catch up with the multi-talented artist on the album and more. Mandisi, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to everyone at Morning Live. Good morning to you, Cynthia. Thank you so much for having me.
Good to have you this morning, Mandisi. Talk to us about your second album, Cwaka, and the significance of its title.
It's a very exciting project. We worked very hard to get it to the people. Cwaka just means be quiet, be still, in the face of commotion, in the face of noise, in the face of everything that's hard that might be coming your way. Sometimes it's important to take a moment and be still so that you know what your best move is or what your the best move going forward can be.
I mean, I'm quite enthralled at the depth of the lyrical content. I mean, why did you feel the need to touch on subjects like love, loss, loss of relationships and family?
There are issues we live in. You know, I think we should address these things. For me, it's always important to write about my experiences, just to remind someone else that they're also going, you know, who's also going through the same thing, that they're not alone. You know, most times we always go through stuff and we think that it's only us who go through those things, but we go through loss, everyone. We go through love, we go through family relations and all of those things.
You know, Mandisi, I read somewhere on how you felt pressure on working on this offering. Why so?
I think for any up-and-coming musician, doing your second project is challenging, especially when your first project has done well.
Yes,
you know, because there's an expectation. People know what they expect. They've got a standard. You've set a standard. And so when you're going to come with something new, you feel that pressure, but it's also important to be still. It's also important to give yourself time and to remember how you created your first project. So it's not about you; it's about the music that comes through you. And when you are honest and diligent in that process, whatever comes will be honest, and people will gravitate towards it.
And did the pressure have to do with the second album doing much better than the first? And if so, did you succumb to that pressure?
No. The pressure was to be honest to the music. You know, for me, the pressure was, number one, for the first album not to influence the second album.
I got you.
Yes, but also not to move away from myself, because the first album was my album, the second album is mine. So there are commonalities in there. And so it was all of those things. But the reception from the people has been amazing. I'm completely floored and humbled by how they've received this one.
And did you feel some sort of relief after it was released?
I did
I
a
can
lot.
imagine.
I did a lot. The day it was released, I had a performance in Joburg, and so coming into that performance when people had just heard it, was really nerve-wracking. But the amazing thing was, on that first day in that concert, people were singing along to the new songs, which for me was really special.
Now, Mandisi, you say you had already known which songs you wanted on this particular offering, and you had them already in your head. Tell us more about the production process and putting together of this album.
Yeah, we recorded Somandla in 2018. So from 2018 until when we recorded last year in October, I've been writing music. I've been introducing bits of the music to the audiences when they come to our concerts. I've been introducing the music with our online concerts as well during lockdown. So all of these, we had all of these songs, and it was just what themes did we want in the new albums, and then we chose from that, which was very hard. And once we had done that, we started working and editing the songs, and seeing which ones fit and which ones sound alike, and all of those production things. But the production itself, the recording was very simple, and we did it in four days. And we were done because everybody knew what they needed to do, because we had been working on this album from 2018 already.
Did the album come out the way that you had envisioned it?
It came out better. It
Really?
came out better.
Okay.
Yeah, I took out, we took risks. For instance, we had everyone in the studio performing. Every single person who's on the album was there. We had strings for the first time, and they were also in the room with us. So people will feel the live performance of the album, because that's what we did.
Okay.
And that was risky. People told me that that was risky to do, but we did it, and it came out beautiful.
Now that the album is out, what else are you working on?
Now, still writing, playing. We have performances coming up. Very grateful for the performance on the 30th of January. In February, we're playing. We're part of, in the 22nd of January, we're part of the Huma Sekela Heritage Concert. So it's that year, but we're still writing new music. We're teaching, and we're part of the creative space in Cape Town, especially.
So moving forward, do you want to stay with the current genre that you are focusing on, or are you also open to more genres in the future?
You know what? I'm not sort of focused on any genre. Mine is to tell my story the way that I feel, and if a part of my story requires another genre, I'll go and do that.
Okay.
But for me, the main focus is how do I tell my story so that it's authentically mine.
Right. Mandisi, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Good stuff, great stuff. Now, Mandisi Dyantyis is a vocalist, a trumpeter, and a musical director known for his versatility in jazz, Western classical, and African indigenous. He just, spoke to us on the release of his new album, Cwaka.